Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. Today, there's more good news coming from the Daytona Beach International Airport. And then we'll have details on scholarships available for summer camps throughout the county. In Solutions for Your Life, we take on early spring weeds. And then on the business beat, we get on board at an Edgewater company. Finally, joining Joanne Magley in the studio is Bob Fitzsimmons with the Volusia County Building Industry Association. Those segments, news, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. The Daytona Beach International Airport was a bustling place in February. Passenger traffic increased 17.7% in the month. 56,719 passengers flew in or out of the county-operated airport compared to 48,202 passengers February of 2015. For the 12 months ending February 29th, total passenger traffic at Daytona Beach International Airport increased 1%, 634,186 passengers last year compared to 640,830 passengers this year. The capacity or number of seats offered to Daytona Beach International Airport increased by 20% in February. Jay Cassens, Business Development Director for Daytona Beach International Airport, said the increase is directly related to more seats offered to the market and the addition of JetBlue service.
For the month of February, we were up over 17% over last year, and we haven't seen that kind of growth since December 2010. A lot of that was, of course, JetBlue, but Delta also grew as well. They grew 6% in total traffic for the month. So that's great to see that the other carriers aren't necessarily impacted by the addition of JetBlue. So hopefully we'll continue to see the load factors increase with JetBlue. They were at 70% in January, 80% in February. Hopefully we see them continue to increase in March and in April as well.
Daytona Beach International Airport is served by Delta, JetBlue, and American Airlines. For more information on booking a flight, you can visit flydaytonafirst.com. Spring is here, and it's time to enjoy long, not too hot days at the beach. New this year, beachgoers can save time in the line by getting your Volusia County Beach Passes online at volusiabeachpass.com. And also new this year, in addition to purchasing online, you can pay for your beach pass with a credit or a debit card at any toll booth. Annual beach passes are $25 for Volusia County residents and $100 for non-residents. Annual passes to Lighthouse Point Park and the Smyrna Dunes Park are $20 for both residents and non-residents. Combo passes, which are good for the beach and the parks, are $45 for residents and $120 for non-residents.
Once you order online using a credit card, you'll receive an email with a voucher. Take that voucher with you to the toll booth and you'll get your pass at the toll booth. If you want to, you can even start scraping the old sticker off, and that'll just make that line go faster once you're trying to get to the beach.
Passes also can be purchased at toll booths, the entrance to the inlet parks, and from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at Faneuil, which is the county's new beach toll vendor. Faneuil is located at 2422 South Atlantic Avenue at Daytona Beach Shores.
When you spend $25 on the annual resident beach pass, that money will help fund the lifeguards that are protecting our beaches along with the lifeguard enforcement officers. We will make sure that the inlet parks are maintained and manicured. We will also make sure that we're collecting the trash at the end and beginning of every day to make sure that our beaches are clean and environmentally compliant.
For more information about beach passes, you can contact Faneuil at 866-398-6352, or you can email them at info@volusiabeachpass.com. It's already time to start planning for summer camps for your children and grandchildren, and you might be eligible for one of Volusia County's summer camp scholarships. The scholarships are available to children from low-income families in Volusia County. To be eligible, kids must be between 5 years and 12 years old, and 5-year-olds must have completed kindergarten. Summer camp programs will be held at various schools, churches, and community centers throughout the county. Registration and weekly fees vary by site. The scholarships are available through Volusia County's Community Assistance Division.
The Volusia County Council has made funding available from its general fund. We want to make sure that every child has the opportunity to attend a summer camp of their choice. The summer camp scholarship can be used at any approved summer camp in Volusia County.
Funding is limited, so those interested should apply as soon as possible. Applications are available in Volusia County libraries, the Parks and Recreation offices, Human Services offices, and online. Completed applications will be accepted at these times and locations. 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. April 6th at the Daytona Regional Library. 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. April 14th at the Women's Club in New Smyrna Beach. 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. April 19th at the Thomas C. Kelly Administration Center in DeLand. 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. April 21st at the Daytona Beach Regional Library. After April 21st, applications must be submitted to Volusia County's Community Assistance Division at 110 West Rich Avenue in DeLand. Applicants will be placed on a waiting list until an opening becomes available. For more information, please call at 386-736-5955, or you can visit volusia.org and click on the Summer Camp banner. Stand-up paddleboarding is one of the fastest growing recreational sports, and an Edgewater company has a leg up on the competition. Joanne Magley has more in this week's Business Beat.
Whether it's the St. Johns River, the Intracoastal Waterway, or the Atlantic Ocean, virtually any waterway provides a perfect spot for the growing sport of stand-up paddleboarding. It's growing so much that a 2013 report from the Outdoor Industry Association ranked it the #1 outdoor sporting activity with the most first-time participants of any in the United States.
If you put it over your head, your arms are at 90 degrees.
Okay.
That's how far you want the paddle to be.
David Rush, CEO of U.S. Board Co. in Edgewater, says the growth is so significant the company changed its business model.
We were a surfboard building company to begin with, and we saw an opportunity to pursue building stand-up paddleboards. And it's grown from there, and now we not only build our brand of Water's Edge, but we build our in-house Erie wakeboards and Erie surfboards, as well as building for 4 or 5 other large manufacturers of stand-up paddleboards and subsurfs.
There's a lot of reasons why stand-up paddleboarding is growing in popularity. It provides a great core workout and at the same time gets you closer to nature than many other activities.
Rush says stand-up paddleboards account for 85 to 90% of the company's manufacturing, with the production of 4,000 to 5,000 a year. He says much of U.S. Board Co.'s success is because they are made in the USA.
Most boards that you see being used by the stand-up paddle world right now are molded boards that come from China. Everything that we currently do is a hand-laminated board, all hand-shaped and hand-laminated here at our factory in Edgewater. We want to be competing and draw the market back to the States, so we're developing a new and modified molding process that we plan on starting production in the next 60 to 90 days.
That new technology means an expansion, doubling the size of the factory and the 25-person workforce. And production of the stand-up paddleboards will also double within the next 2 years to 10,000. Not only does U.S. Board Co. handcraft all their boards, they have one of the top shapers on the East Coast.
We're in Edgewater because Erie People started his surfboard building business here over 25 years ago. Erie Peoples has been a surfboard shaper, designer, and builder for 25 plus years. His father was involved with him prior to that. He's built over 17,000 surfboards and sold and distributed all up and down the east coast of the United States, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. They're kind of all over, and it's kind of funny. We've taken surf trips to different locations, and people are still, surfing on the Erie surfboards, and it's fun to watch and pick out our boards.
Recreational stand-up boards retail from $1,300 to $1,500, and racing stand-up boards retail for $2,500 to $3,000. But Rush says it's an investment that pays off.
Once you make the initial investment, you have no further investment. You can load it onto your car or your trailer, and you can go and paddleboard with no additional expense. You can take the family, you can go into pretty much any body of water. It's not restricted. And as long as you have the proper equipment and are in compliance with the laws, you can paddle anywhere you want.
For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Our lawns are starting to wake up from their winter naps, but so are those pesky weeds. Joe Sewards with Volusia County's Extension Service is here to help combat those yard invaders.
Welcome to Horticulture Today. I'm Joe Sewards. Well, it's spring, or nearly so. The weather's getting warmer. People are getting anxious to get out into their lawns and do some work. I want to give you a few more tips about some of the do's and don'ts of spring lawn care. First of all, lawns are supposed to be dormant in the wintertime. Don't worry, they should be turning green. You want to wait 2 weeks after they've turned green before you fertilize. Roots will have grown then. They're in a better position to absorb applied nutrients, and that's why we wait to fertilize till later on in the spring. Another important part of lawn care is weed control. The University of Florida does not recommend the application of weed and feed fertilizers. Very few, if any, lawns require weed killer applied over the entire property. It's better to fertilize the lawn, mow it, keep it well watered, and spot treat weeds only. Here we have a product, one of many, that is designed specifically for lawn weed control. These are known as selective herbicides. They are designed to kill broadleaf weeds, things like dollarweed, Florida betony, and other dicotyledonous plants. without harming the grass when applied according to labeled directions. That's a very important aspect of lawn weed control, is make sure you follow labeled directions. Read the label completely before you apply the product. Too many times people have come to the office and they say, I've applied this product or that product to my lawn and now my lawn is dead, what can I do? And short of replacing the lawn, there really isn't anything you can do. So before you apply the product, make sure you read the label directions. If you have questions about that, call us at the Extension office and we can help you with that as well. Another thing is people will want to clean up their beds. And in landscape beds, you can often use a product such as this, which contains the active ingredient glyphosate. This is one of many brand names of products that contain the active ingredient glyphosate. And glyphosate is known as a non-selective herbicide. If you spray it to weeds, the plants will absorb it through the leaves only. It will metabolize the product and it will kill the weeds, roots and all, without harming surrounding plants. Products such as this, which contain glyphosate again, will not harm surrounding plants as long as you don't spray the foliage. This is only absorbed by the leaves. So it is safe to use as long as you use it carefully, you don't spray anything you don't want to kill, and you follow the label directions. Turn the product around, look for the label, open it up, and read the directions completely before applying the product. That's important for your safety as well as the safety of your landscape plants. Again, when these products are applied according to labeled directions, they're perfectly safe and they won't kill anything that you don't want to kill in the way of plants. So remember, spring is a good time to get out there, rejuvenate your landscape, fertilize, practice some weed control while it's still cool. That will minimize damage to your turf and to other plants, but it is important to make sure you read the label. If you have questions about any products that you want to apply to your landscape, you can always call us at the Extension office. University of Florida, IFAS Extension in Volusia County. We also have a website. You can go to volusia.org/extension. We'll be happy to answer your questions. For Horticulture Today, I'm Joe Sewards.
It's time to go into the studio and join the Director of Community Information, Joanne Magley, with her guest, Bob Fitzsimmons, with the Volusia Building Industry Association.
Thanks, Amber. Well, residential and commercial construction is one of Volusia's biggest industries. Builders across Volusia County are back to the good times after some pretty lean years during the Great Recession. So with us in the studio today for an update on Volusia County's construction industry is Bob Fitzsimmons, the past president of the Volusia Building Industry Association. Hi, Bob.
Hello. How
Thanks
you doing,
for joining
Joanne?
us.
You're welcome.
So you are also the current chair of the ATC, which is the Academy of Construction Technologies. Give us an overview of both the Building Industry Association and the ATC.
Okay. The VBIA, the Volusia Building Industry Association, is just that, an industry association. And we're about 350 members strong, contractors, subcontractors, all the different trades in our area. And we work both with the county and the cities in code development at the state level as a watchdog for all of the construction industry. And we also work as a watchdog for the homeowner and property owner. As well as that, we try to develop young people, and we have Future Builders of America, which is a program run by our state association. And then we partner with ACT, and through them, we help employ high school students in the summer and get them some on-the-job training in the different trades.
Okay, so let's talk about the building industry specifically. It wasn't too long ago, not too many years ago, that it was some hard times for the building industry, but it seems as though we've bounced back. Give us the picture.
Well, we've come a long ways from the bottom. It's been about 10 years. I like to say that most of the economy suffered through the Great Recession, but the building industry suffered through the Great Depression. We went in Volusia County from over 3,000 single-family permits per year, down to 700 in the 2010, 2011 range. We've come back and things have slowly continued to go in the right direction, and last year we were at about 1,500 for the year in Volusia County. That includes all the cities. So a lot of improvement. We're double what we were back in 10, 11, but we're a long ways from being real healthy. But we're at least on our way, and we continue to go in the right direction.
So where would you think is that healthy number? Was 3,000 an anomaly, 3,000 permits, or where do you think is that sweet spot?
I don't think anyone that looks at the whole economy would want to see us go back to 3,000, 3,200, 3,500 permits a year. That was crazy. That's what caused the bubble. But I think there's some agreement that if we were in the low 2,000s, 2,100, 2,200, 2,300, that would be a healthy, sustainable rate for our county.
So what do you feel is actually fueling the construction demand right now in Volusia County?
Yeah, I think people are feeling much more comfortable with the economy in general, so that's enabling folks to move. Banks are getting a little better on lending, and the influx of people coming in from up north has picked up a little bit, so we have that segment of the market as well.
So with all of this construction going on, is that affecting the cost of construction supplies?
I think over the past year and a half there's been steady pressure from all the major manufacturers to try to boost their margins. We regularly get letters from major national, multinational manufacturers of things like plumbing fixtures and electrical fixtures and flooring and those sort of things that are shipped in. They're not made locally. And yes, so there's a lot of pressure for that. And there's a lot of pressure on the labor pool as well, because those folks, when we went from 3,600 permits a year to 700, 80% of our workforce found something else to do.
Right.
Because that was a decade ago.
So then how does that relate now? How are we doing as far as workers are concerned? Is there a shortage, or are we where we need to be? No,
there is definitely a shortage. I think everyone acknowledges that skilled workforce, is in, short supply today. So that's part of why we're doing the ACT program and getting involved with the high schools. I'm very passionate about it because to me it's one of those win-win-win situations. It's an opportunity for the kid that maybe doesn't have enough money to go to college to earn a decent enough living to get the money that he needs to go to college. It's a great place for a career if someone wants to be there. So it's a win for the kid, it's a win for the industry because we then are training our own workforce and getting them locally. And it's a win for the community because those individuals are going to stay here instead of leaving our area, and they're going to continue to contribute to the economy.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about ACT. How does a student get involved with it, and how do you connect the student to the construction industry?
Yeah, the ACT program came to Volusia County last year, and it's a partnership. This Volusia County School Board actually is a member of the Advanced Construction Technology Group. And through that, they agreed to do certain things. Now, Volusia County was really set perfectly for this because they had construction academies in their high school. So they were teaching some of these skills in the high school in the freshman and sophomore years. So this gave us a tool to get the kids some on-the-job training, to get them out there between their junior and senior year. Volusia Building Industry Association was, very helpful in that regard. I mean, we really campaigned to get this partnership between the school and ACT, and now I work to get all the trades, the contractors and the subcontractors to become members of ACT so they can hire these kids.
Sure.
We went from 9 kids last year. We're going to have 52 kids at at our job fair this year.
That's great.
And they're all going to get employed. So it's really wonderful. But that's how they all tie together. It's Volusia County Schools, their construction academies, in conjunction with ACT, so now we can take them out to do some on-the-job training after they've gotten some of the skills that they need through the classroom and
Right.
find out for sure.
Right. So Bob, one of the big events that the Volusia Building Industry Association does every year is the Parade of Homes, and I know you just finished wrapping up another year. How did you get into this, and what's the purpose behind it?
To showcase our product.
Okay.
And bottom line, to get out there and let everybody know, what the builders here in Volusia County do. We had almost 60 homes in the parade this year that the public could go out and preview. We had a nice magazine that was published in the Sunday paper, and we had terrific traffic. Everybody that I've spoken with is doing just great as far as the traffic's concerned. So it's to showcase our product, show the best of what we have.
Yeah, I was looking through the magazine, and it's really interesting to see just the newer trends in different home models and the various prices, the price points that really can fit a variety of budgets.
And it runs the gamut. We had our showcase home in there by Olson Home Builders. It was a gorgeous custom home up in Ormond Beach, and just a wonderful, showcase of all the fancy stuff. But like you said, it runs the whole gamut to affordable product and villas and things that, everybody can get into.
Right. So you're an advocate for the building industry. Looking forward, what are some of the priorities going forward?
I think our main priority is always to stay close to what's happening in a regulatory environment. Those regulations add more to the cost of our homes and ultimately what the consumer pays than anything. So our number one priority is always to stay close to, the regulations, the community, the government agencies that are involved with those, whether it be at the county, city, or state level, and then to promote our industry and, showcase what we have to do, what we have to offer, because today a new home is so much superior than something that's even just 10 years old.
Right.
Because of the codes that are involved.
All right, well, our guest today was Bob Fitzsimmons, the past president of the Volusia Building Industry Association. Thanks for joining us, Bob.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Amber, back to you.
Thanks, Joanne, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. As always, if you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. Incidentally, you can find the County Council's meeting calendar there too. In fact, you can use volusia.org to find out about meeting dates, workshops, topics of interest, activities, and how you can become involved. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osman. Have a wonderful evening.